Hey guys, how's it going? So, another one of those days, you know, you make some pretty good money and you're still upset. So, let me show you what happened here. Bring over the P&L. You know, it looks good, right? Looks like I should be happy, but I don't know, I'm really not. I missed every single move that happened today. There was exaggerated moves. There was like 5 of them. For like, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. I missed all of them. So, what happened here? I was watching VLRX. It was on the gap scanner, but it wasn't looking too hot based on, you know, it was under all these moving averages pre-market. So at like 160, let's say, it was down here. It was under the 20 here, or this is the 9, that should be the 20. Either way, it would be under the 20, it was under the 9, it was under the 200 moving average. It just wasn't looking like it was going to make a move, or it would be worth trading. So I'm staring at the leading gapper, which at the time was CLDX. No, it wasn't. Something else. Let's look at the video, and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, CNET. Okay. CNET. I was looking at CNET pre-market. You know, it looked like this. I thought it was forming, you know, a pretty decent flag. And I know there was a lot of volume pre-market. I think there was like 800,000 or 900,000 shares, close to 1 million pre-market. Maybe even more. But I thought that it would break out of this flag. I would buy in right around the break of this pivot, maybe 405, and sell up maybe into the pre-market highs, so into the 20s. You know, get 20 cents with 10 cents, or yeah, 10 cents worth of risk. 20 cents on 600, 800 shares, that's like 300 bucks, 200 bucks, 200 bucks. I thought that would be fine, but it didn't work out, and I wasn't watching VLRX, and it went to the moon. So it opened, it started to squeeze a bit, so it opened at 181, 182, started to squeeze past $2, and then, so the level down here on the daily was, well, it was already passed, so above, you can see there's some resistance here in $2, so anything over $2, it actually looked really good. So I missed it. Squeezes up to 255, gets halted. It unhalts 50 cents higher, just under $3. So I said, okay, you know, if it comes through $3, I'm gonna buy it. So it dips for a second, like a second. Comes back up to $3. I was about to buy 1,000 shares, takes off without me, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. It's gonna be one of these days. So it went to 450. If I had held on to that whole thing, I'd be up 1,500 bucks. I probably wouldn't have held on to it the whole time, but you know, I saw this, and then I was waiting. Okay, I'll wait for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So I get in for that. I overexpose myself with 1,600 shares. Quickly sell out for 20 cents. Make a quick 225 bucks on the name. Too much risk. I mean, this could have, you know, my stop in my head was $4 because it was holding over $4 nicely, so I was willing to hold it like around there, so maybe 20 cents, so about the same loss, which would have been okay. And if I had lost that, I would have been down like 200 on the day, and I would have just called it. I would have been like, you know what, this day's not for me. But, you know, I still wanted to take a stab. I saw the strength in it, so I did. And then, you know, it worked out. But I'm not happy. You know, I'm up. Where is it here? I'm up $356, which is a pretty good day for me. The only reason I'm up that much is because of the share size. You know, I made 20 cents on the move. And if I had taken my usual 600 or 800 shares, I would have been up, you know, 20 cents on that. It's only 160 That still would have been good. So I'm up another 357. Day 12. Hot streak. Let's keep it going. Up over 3 grand on April now. I don't know what's going on. I've never done this well in my life. Look at March. You know, February here. February I made $152. All of February. I was using 200 shares, right? So, I mean, the profits are going to be lower because a 20-cent move on 200 shares is 40 bucks. That's why a lot of these days I was happy with, you know, these smaller green days. And this one red day, which doesn't look that big now, back then was crazy because on 200 shares, that's 60 cents worth of a loss per share. I don't know if I took more shares. I probably took more shares, but yeah, reduced size, so I probably took more size. So anyways, you know, March, all of March, because of this screw up, I only made 405. If it wasn't for this screw up, oh crap. If it wasn't for this screw up, I would have made 2,200. But, you know, I had a big loss. I don't know how I feel. Like, I feel good, but like I'm pissed off that I missed it. I'm also happy that I didn't really chase. Like, you could call what I did here chasing, but I did have a set risk. I wasn't just jumping in for no reason. I knew there was a tiny window of profit, and to make up for that tiny window, I took more shares, and it worked out. But I missed out on so much today. But you know, that happens. That sometimes happens in trading. Can't be too upset with that. The really good thing though is that this is a sign that momentum is back in the market, and the market is hot. So what happened to VLRX? It went from $1.40 to $4.50, like over 200%. So, you know, that means that the shorts for the rest of the week are hopefully going to be scared. You know, the people that were shorting into these spikes up here, they thought it was over. You know, they lost $1 per share if they held on all the way to the top. You know, longs are going to be more comfortable holding for longer and buying more shares. So this is a good sign for the rest of the week, and hopefully I can capitalize on that. But unfortunately today I kind of screwed it up. So let's watch it. Let's watch my misery here. The market's open. I'm watching CNET. It's not doing what I wanted it to do. By the time I look over at VLRX, it's already too late, and I click on it. Click on it. It's already made its move. So I say to myself, all right, over 255, I'll take a stab at it. So it just straight through 255, and then it gets halted. I try and get filled for 600 shares into the halt. Miss it. And then that's that. KBSF also pops up, and I know this is a huge former runner. Let's look at it here. KBSF, you can look on the daily here. It's over the last resistance of $6. It just blew through 6. So the next big resistance I'm thinking is, you know, maybe $7.50, $8. Kind of the round, or the half and the whole dollars. So I say to myself, okay, this thing might fly too, simply because VLRX had so much unanticipated strength. So over the highs of 718, or I saw 7, there's a big seller here at 720. So I said over 720, I'll get in. 718. So it's doing its thing here. Let me fast forward to the action, or is that what I said? Yeah, okay, so I said, alright, the volume was increasing through this move. There was less volume on the pullback. It was consolidating. Look at this beautiful flag right here. So I said, okay, maybe over $7. There's a huge seller at 7. I'll buy into him for the move over pre-market highs. Probably sell in the 730s, 740s, maybe 750s, and make 30, 40, 50 cents on 800 shares or something. So it comes up to $6.95, $99, and it's already gone. Does exactly what I think it's going to do. So let's watch that real time, what happens. 95. It happens quick. 95 again. There, it's gone. It's gone. It's already at 50. I probably could have gotten that fill. I do that all the time. Quick scalps. You know, if I had gotten in for 800 shares, 50 cents, 400 bucks. So I say, okay, over 750, I'll get in one more time. One more time. Because surely I won't miss this one, right? So, back to 750. 16,000 shares here. 13, gone. 780. Another 30 cents that I missed out on. And I'm sitting here, I'm just like... I'm like, what is happening? I mean, usually I would chase this. Or, not usually, like the old me, I'll call it, would chase this. So, I'm actually really happy with myself that I didn't. So again, I scalped it over this new high one more time. And immediately, it didn't work out, and I thought to myself, oh god, what have I done? I'm starting to chase it. This is not good. If it holds 750, like the bid started to pop up at 750, so I'm like, okay, this could be alright. I get nervous. I sell out at 768. I get bought into, and as I get bought into, it flies through the highs. Over $8. I saw 844 prints here, and I just sold out at 760. Like, this is just a miserable fucking day. This is like, this is the stuff that I have nightmares of. So at this point, I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, I've literally missed out on hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars at this point. So, okay, KBSF, I buy the dip for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high with a stop at the low of this candle. I already get stopped out. And then I think to myself, okay, this got instantly bought up. I should have used this candle or $7 as a, you know, a little bit looser of a stop. So I get back in. I hold on to it here. The first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So it very briefly made the high there. So I'm still holding on. Holding on. I sold out of 300 shares there. Or 400 shares, 767. You know, another 300 here. Yeah, another 300 is 775. And I notice now it's getting heavy, okay? We're not going right back up into $8. We're not going right back up to 850. So that's why I sell out of that position. And then the rest of it comes back down. And I sell those shares for a loss at 730. It's a little... I don't know if that was sloppy. The first trade was definitely sloppy. So you'll see that I lost 170 just to make up 230. So I could have just been up 230 on this trade if I hadn't taken that semi-sloppy first trade or just held on for my actual stop instead of selling out early and then rebuying higher. That was my mistake. Like, whatever. Where is the VLRX trade? So, first 1 minute candle to make a new high. Right here. 428 is what I'm looking at. 428. I buy in. 426. It's looking kind of heavy, so I try and sell right away. I don't get filled. And then I see, look at this, big bids start coming up. 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares. So I bring myself up to 1,000 shares. Try and get filled here. Don't get filled quite yet. I hold on here. I say, okay, this is making a nice flag, but it's so heavy and it's not an immediate resolution that I'm still nervous, so I'm going to sell out at the next pop before the break of the highs, because this already has made an insane move. Shorts are piling in at this point. They're trying to secure their position. So I say to myself, okay, no, $4. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And as it's coming through here, I add another 600 shares just for that quick pop. And then as it pops, I sell 800, sell the other 800, almost at the high there. and then all of a sudden it's gone. It's right back down. So see, that would have been my risk. And this is I don't feel good about this trade because, like, yeah, I rationalized it in my head, and it was a decent idea and setup to buy and sell into that resistance of a high of day, especially in this strong market. But it was a ticking time bomb for exactly that to happen. So we'll look at that again. So it pops. Let's look at this. So waiting for that pop up towards 450. There. I get my fills in the 440s, or yeah, 440s. And then everyone else is kind of nervous, and there's the drop. There it is. So that could have happened at any time, and I would have lost, but I would have sold. So I would have been out, and I would have been okay with that. But, you know, that's what happened today. I don't think it was as much of sloppy trading as it was just unfortunate that, you know, I missed out on things, and I didn't let the FOMO get to me too badly. You know, I took maybe a trade or two that I shouldn't have, but I still did it within the realm of acceptable in terms of risk tolerance. So yeah, if that last position there had gone wrong and I had lost the 30 or 20 cents on 1,600 shares, you know, that could have been a $400 loser. But I was, or a $300 loser. I was ready to take that and then end the day red. So, you know, I'm not happy with one of the best days of the month. It could have been a lot more. Again, the momentum's back in the market. I'll stop rambling. You guys have a great day. Subscribe if you like these videos. Let me know what you traded, if you traded today. And I'll come back and I'll answer, or I'll comment on everyone's comments. So thank you for watching.